But as a coach of the home team, there's going to be a lot of people cheering for that other side. I mean,
I'll get two.
How about one?
Not even one.
That's how Minnesota Lynx coach Cheryl Reeve welcomed Caitlin Clark and her crew at their home turf. And during the game, Reeve would wear a shirt that said, "Black Girls Rock," to rub it in on Caitlin's face even further. I mean, I kinda get why she's ultra mean to Caitlin, cause remember, she's also one of the guys who left out Caitlin on the Olympic roster. And if we connect the dots here, it pretty much goes without saying that Reeve's hatred and jealousy towards Caitlin is deeper than we think. Now, despite the bitter reception coming from Coach Reeve, Caitlin handled the situation with class, like she always does, and just let her game do the talking.
The only person shooting better from the three by percentage than her teammate Kayla McBride.
Clark takes it right to Corsini. And good length on the perimeter on Caitlin. That is a tough pass!
Wow.
And somehow Caitlin hit it!
Though Caitlin had her moments at the start, the Lynx locked her up pretty tight throughout the first 3 quarters, and it seemed that Reeve's evil plan of embarrassing her in front of millions of viewers was working to perfection. However, Reeve must have forgotten that there was still 1 quarter left to play, and right on cue, the inner beast inside Caitlin woke up just in time to save her team.
Plantar fasciitis, but her team is beating Indiana, and that's exactly.
I mean, first she knocked down this 3-point bomb right off the curl, and moments later, Caitlin went nasty with her handles to show Reeve that she ain't backing down.
A one-woman show. Clark. Buckle Clark's knees.
That ankle breaker was so nasty that Reeve entered the court and had to call a timeout just to stop the bleeding. Anyway, the game eventually went down the wire, and when the Fever needed a bucket, Caitlin delivered a nice dime to Aaliyah Boston, who then scored the crucial 2 points. In the end, the Fever came out on top, with Caitlin dropping 17 points, 10 of which came from the 4th quarter, along with 6 assists. And after that revenge performance, Reeve had no choice but to give Caitlin her flowers during the post-game interview.
Everybody knows that the reason why our teams around the league are having sellouts are because Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever are coming to town. Angel Reese has impacted their attendance at the Chicago games, I suspect on the road as well. So what the league can do is be ready to capitalize on the moments. But it's much like when we saw Bird and Magic come in the league, right? That the league has been building, for a watershed moment, and we're here, and now you got to take advantage of it.
It was indeed a humbling moment for Coach Reeve after Caitlin put her in her place. But just when we think this old lady has learned her lesson, Reeve would rekindle the fire yet again. This time, when she faced her in the All-Star game featuring Team WNBA and Team USA.
There was also quite a bit of bitterness coming from Team USA's coach Cheryl Reeves when she was asked pretty much any questions about Caitlin Clark. And she was asked if there was any second guessing from her on Caitlin Clark not making the team, and she very just spitefully says no. Doesn't elaborate on it, just says no.
For me?
Yeah.
No.
As we all know, Reeve once again wasn't successful in bringing Caitlin down as Team WNBA schooled Team USA, with Caitlin dropping 10 assists to set another assist record as a rookie to prove that she deserves a spot on the roster. See, Reeves just set a perfect example that messing with Caitlin Clark is never a good idea. And as Rachel Demita said earlier, all the bullying and the storm of hate she's getting now comes from one place alone. And that place is called jealousy swirled with pure bitterness.
This isn't just for Caitlin, but you asked me about Caitlin. If you're going to break a record, to me, if it's legitimate, you have to break that record in the same amount of time that that player set it.
Okay.
Right?
I am the hidden figure, but no longer now. My record was hidden from everyone for 43 years. 43 years. I don't think, I'll just go ahead and get the elephant out of the room. I don't think my record has been broken because you can't duplicate what you're not duplicating. And so unless you come with a men's basketball and a 2-point shot, hey,
I think so many people are watching women's basketball right now. It all started from the national championship game, and I've been dealing with this for 2 years now. And understanding, negative things have probably been said about me, but honestly, I'll take that because look where women's basketball is. People are talking about women's basketball that you never would think that we'd be talking about women's basketball. People are pulling up to games. We got celebrities coming to games, sold out arenas, like just because of one single game. And just looking at that, like, I'll take that role. I'll take the bad guy role, and I'll continue to take that on and be that for my teammates. And if I want to be that, and I know I'll go down in history, I'll look back in 20 years and be like, yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of me, too, and I want y'all to realize that. Like, it's not just because of one person. A lot of us have done so much for this game. And
I mean, just to put things into perspective, when the entire NBA sensed that Michael Jordan was about to take over the league around the late 80s, everyone knew that they couldn't stop what was about to come. And sure, even though they made it tougher for him, like the way the bad boy Pistons beat him up with the Jordan rules, MJ eventually earned everyone's respect, and by the 90s, he became the face of the league who took the NBA to a whole new level of popularity and profitability. I'm actually seeing the same trend happening for Caitlyn, because as you notice this season thus far, the girls were manhandling her and giving her hard fouls, which is quite alright since she's a rookie. But the thing that really shocks everyone is that she's already making such a huge impact in the league in just her first year in the WNBA.
Before the 2023 season, the WNBA had grown by 40% viewership from 2022 to 2023. But with Caitlin Clark's arrival, it's grown by 400% viewership. Let's not talk viewership, let's talk ticket sales. Bear with me. Ticket sales grew in 2023 by 16% from 2022. Ticket sales have grown by 93% in 2024. What that means is without Caitlin Clark, the WNBA would have taken till 2029 or 2030 to get to where Caitlin Clark has gotten them today. What Caitlin Clark has done is grown the WNBA exponentially. She did in 5 weeks what would have taken 5 years. And as it pertains to draft viewership, she did in 5 days what would have taken 5 years. So yes, the WNBA was growing before Caitlin Clark. Make that abundantly clear. But it was growing incrementally compared to the exponential growth you're seeing now.
As they say, the numbers don't lie, folks. And the matter of fact is, these coaches and players simply can't accept the fact that they're being outshined and outclassed by a mere rookie, which is why they wouldn't stop trying to knock her down whenever there's an opportunity. Well, speaking of players who don't like having the presence of Caitlyn around, Diana Taurasi once sent a strong warning to Caitlyn right before she entered the league, which goes something like this.
Look, SVP, reality is coming.
Okay.
You know, there's levels to this thing, and that's just life. We all went through it.
Of course.
And you see it on the NBA side, and you're going to see it on this side, where, you know, you look superhuman playing against 18-year-olds, but you're going to come with some grown women that have been playing professional basketball for a long time. Not saying that it's not going to translate, because when you're great at what you do, you're just going to get better. But there is going to be a transition period where you're going to have to give yourself some grace as a rookie, and you know, it might take a little bit longer for some people.
I mean, that was the veteran Diana Taurasi giving advice, sharing her wisdom like an old wise sage to the newcomers, as if she knew everything. Don't get me wrong, guys, I totally agree with some of the parts that she talked about, but when she said that the reason why Caitlyn was so dominant in college is that she was playing 18-year-olds and it might take a little longer for her to adjust in the WNBA, I think this is the part where Taurasi's shots directed at Caitlyn becomes a little bit personal. See, Caitlyn's opponents were about the same age as her when she began dominating college basketball at just age 20. And saying that a player of her caliber will have a hard time adjusting in the big leagues is just super laughable and disrespectful at the same time. I mean, the whole world knew that Caitlyn wasn't just any rookie by far, and she's arguably the best female basketball player that came out of college in recent years. And on top of that, she's broken countless long-standing records and established new ones right before she entered the WNBA. Now, just to make a comparison to get my point across, before Victor Wembanyama entered the NBA vets like LeBron, KD, Steph, and Giannis didn't send out an ominous warning, nor did they say bad stuff about him. But instead, they were glazing and just said good things about him.
No one has ever seen anyone as tall as he is, but as fluid and as graceful he is out on the floor. I mean, at 7'4" or 7'5" or 7'3", whatever the case may be, his ability to put the ball on the floor, shoot step-back jumpers out of the post, step-back threes, catch and shoot threes, block shots. He's for sure a generational talent, and hopefully he continues to stay healthy. That's what's most important.
Have you had a chance to watch Victor Wembanyama play yet?
Yeah, I watched a little bit of the game the other day. They play again tonight, right? Every point guard that wants to be 7 foot, cheat code type vibes, but he's a solid talent. It's great to watch. They had a pretty entertaining game with the Ignite team, so it's dope.
I want to ask you a question about Wembanyama, the young player from France.
Yeah, Victor.
What do you think about him?
Get ready, my friend. How long you want to play?
Till I can't work.
Okay, so what? That's 5-7 more years?
Yes.
Okay, my friend, you will be in the league when this kid comes. You have to get ready, eh?
I mean, both Caitlin and Wemby were #1 overall picks. Both of them are generational talents, so to speak, but one is celebrated and one is extremely hated for some reason. Well, you be the judge. Anyway, let's get back to Taurasi. So after saying that the reality is coming to her, Caitlin not only skipped the transition phase by having big games night after night, including breaking a ton of records in just 26 games, but she's also voted to be part of the All-Star game as a rookie. And when the time came for her and Taurasi to finally meet inside the court, Caitlin let her know that she was not going to be pushed around like any other rookie by absolutely smoking her, along with the entire Phoenix Mercury.
Off the break, here's Clark. Still trying to find her rhythm, a deep pull. Got it!
Cunningham to quickly get on Clark.
Clark sinks the screen and got the layup and one.
Has 48 triples coming into the game. That logo 3 that you've been waiting for.
Clark, nice feed. Wallace with the layup.
In the end, it looked like Taurasi was the one who got the harsh reality check, as Caitlin dropped a solid all-around game of 15 points, 12 assists, and 9 rebounds. Now, just like Coach Reeve, Taurasi folded during the post-game interview and just sang praises about Caitlin, simply because she got her ass whooped by the one-of-a-kind super rookie.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing. You know, what Caitlin's been able to do in her short career so far has just been nothing short of remarkable. Her future is super bright.
Well, guys, what's your hot take about the boatload amount of hate that Caitlin has been receiving from her peers in the WNBA? Is this just a girl thing or is it something else? Be sure to let me know your thoughts on this by putting it down on the comments section. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more juicy content such as this one. Anyway, thanks for watching and I'll see you guys around.